In November, Illinois voters won't be just choosing their president and other elected officials. They'll also be choosing how the state taxes income. But there's a last-minute lawsuit alleging the ballot itself is flawed and questions about what consequences it may have for retirees. Amanda Vinicky joins us now with more. Amanda.
Brandis, as it stands, Illinois' Constitution requires that everyone who pays income taxes pays at the same rate. That's 4.95% for all individuals. The proposed change means so that the state constitution would make it so that rates can vary. A group of Chicago ministers praise the idea, saying it will mean a lesser tax burden for the poor.
We teach and preach that too much is given, too much is required. Right. And if you are that rich, then you should want to help somebody else, because that's what living is all about.
But the Illinois Policy Institute's Austin Berg says actually the proposed constitutional amendment makes no such guarantee.
It gives people the impression that what they're voting on is only the power to have lower income tax rates on lower income people and higher income tax rates on higher income people. But that's not what they're voting on. The constitutional amendment unlocks the Constitution to allow for all sorts of different and higher income tax rates on all income groups, all Illinoisans, all of us.
Each side has a point. There is already a law in place that would kick in should voters give their blessing to changing the Constitution. In that case, single filers making $100,000 or less would pay a lower tax rate. Those with incomes above $250K, they'd pay a higher marginal rate. But that is a law. It does not carry the same significant weight as a constitutional amendment. That language merely would change it. So it says that legislators can set tax rates, period. The General Assembly shall provide by law for the rate or rates of any tax on or measured by income imposed by the state. There's nothing in that language about who will pay more or who would pay less. And that is now the subject of a lawsuit. The Libertarian Illinois Policy Institute argues that voters at the ballot box or at their mail-in ballots at home are being given only a misleading summary when a free and fair election requires they get real fair language.
This isn't honest ballot language. It reads like a political ad in favor of the tax. That's the only information people are getting at the ballot, and that's unfair.
Now, backers of moving to a graduated income tax rate say that this lawsuit is a last-ditch frivolous effort.
The millionaires are putting millions of dollars in to try to instill fear in this state. Don't listen to the fact that they're saying this is going to give legislators more power to tax you. That's a lie.
Or is it? One big sticking point is retirement income, which currently Illinois does not tax. Opponents like the IPI say a constitutional amendment paves the way for that to happen, because then it would be politically easier to later begin taxing retirement income, perhaps at a different rate.
This would remove a key protection for Illinois seniors, which is the flat tax. That's one of the biggest political hurdles to taxing retirement income in Illinois. Passing a progressive tax is a necessary first step for them to go after retirement income in Illinois.
The myths and lies that are out there about that are obvious of where they're coming from, which are individuals who don't want to pay more than their fair share. The state could have raised or taxed retirement income all along, and they have floated that trial balloon in the past, and AARP stopped it in its tracks.
And State Director Bob Gallo says if the discussion ever again turns toward taxing retirement income, the AARP would stop it in its tracks again. Now, seniors do vote more than any other age group. So the retirement tax issue could be a major factor in the constitutional amendment's chances. And one sign of the political significance in June, the Daily Herald reported that Democratic State Treasurer Mike Frerichs said that, yes, going to a graduated tax system would, in fact, open the door to Illinois taxing retirement income. Now, the treasurer was supposed to hold a news conference today on that very subject, but minutes before it was supposed to happen, he canceled, giving no reason, instead issuing a statement saying that he, like Governor J.B. Pritzker, does not support taxing retirement income. Brandis, back to you.
Amanda, thank you.